hope you're having a great day. I wanted to make a video on an update of what gear I will be taking on the Appalachian Trail this year, 2021. After doing a few shakedown hikes, I've decided to change some things up, and this is what I'm going to be going with. So here it is. Alright, so after doing some shakedown hikes, which is so important to do, of course, we all know that, me and my dog Summer, when we were out there, ran into a few issues with some of the gear. Some of the gear was new to me, so I had not been very familiar with it, but after using it and getting more used to it, I've decided to change a few things up, and I wanted to show you what I'm changing and explain some things why I'm changing it. Hopefully this will be some good information, helpful information for you that you can use or apply to your gear selection. Hopefully, we will see. The first thing I'm going to be changing up, which is a big one, is taking Summer with me. We went on some hikes and she was really struggling with the extreme cold weather. So I have decided, unfortunately, to leave her at home. I think it would be safe and best for her to stay home. As we all know, the weather is extremely harsh out there, and it can get really cold, windy, wet, and it's kind of difficult to do that on your own and handle that on your own, let alone with a dog. She was not quite used to that, so she's going to be sitting this through hike out. So I hate to do that, but that's what I've decided, just based on how she was handling it. But I am going to go over some of the gear that I'm going to be taking and stuff that I've decided to switch out. Still going with the ultralight Z-Pack Arc Haul backpack. I really do like this backpack. It's worked out very well so far. I'm still going with the Nalgene water bottle. I still like that. I've taken the two side pockets off because I'm trying to reduce what I am bringing with me, and that not having so many spots to bring things does help out. Bringing the Z-Pack raincoat, which will be not only my raincoat but my pack cover. I'm still taking the Sawyer Squeeze, same stuff, my trowel and bathroom supplies. I am also still bringing a little very lightweight umbrella, a cheap little umbrella that I got, so that will be going. I am taking the Somewhere device, continued using that out on the trail with texting and communicating, and love it so far, so that's going with me. But I have changed up a few things on the inside. And a lot of this stuff is going to be specifically for the cold weather. Once I get out of the Smokies, or when it starts to warm up a little bit, I do hope to change a few things out, such as my sleeping bag, but I'll show you that in just a moment. So, let's see what we have. So the first thing I've decided to change up is my sleeping pad. I am going with a Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite. This is only 7 ounces, really easy to inflate, very lightweight, and it has an R value of 4.2, which I'm also bringing this. I already used it, so it's kind of out in a mess, but it's a thermal blanket, extremely lightweight. I'm going to put this on top of my sleeping pad to add an extra R value to it, so it'll be close to a 4.2 roughly out there. That's what I want to use when it's cold. I thought about other Nemo pads, and I did actually get some others to try them out, but this one was the easiest to use, and I felt most comfortable with this one. The other ones were really big and long, bigger than what I needed. I'm pretty short. I'm only 5'3", So a smaller one like this works well for me. So that's what I'm going with. Oh, another big thing I've changed out was my tent. I did get a good deal on this tent. Luckily, thank you to the person that sold it to me. This is a duplex, Z-Pack duplex. I was going with the pocket tarp by Z-Pack, and I really like that one. I am going to hold on to it, but I had a big problem with the wind. When I got out there with the cold temperatures, I was okay with the cold, but the wind just went right through that tent and caused a lot of issues with that. I never could really get warm up with that. Not only that, but I was used to having a lot of space with having the Rattlesnake Big Agnes tent that I did the AT with, and I loved it. So I was really liking having all of that space. With the pocket tarp, you don't really have that so much at all. But my main issue with it was having wind. But I've got the duplex, it's a lot bigger. This tent is only 20 ounces. I love that, and super easy to set up. You have to use 2 trekking poles to put it up, but really easy to set up. And I love the space. I love that you've got room in here. I can lay out my gear. I can do what I need to do in here and have plenty of space without having to touch the walls. So that's one big thing I changed out, was the tent, the sleeping pad, and I changed out a lot of my clothes that I'm going to be taking, and I want to kind of explain why. But the supplements, vitamins, those are all staying the same. My food bag, I've condensed it down just a little bit more, but pretty much the same stuff. Now, let's see. My electronics bag, the same. My batteries, all my chargers, everything, that's all the same. I'm taking 2 Anchor batteries just because I plan to do a lot more vlogging this time than I did in 2018 when I did the AT. So, and a little extra weight with the battery, but I'm okay with that. One thing I tried out, and I have changed, is my sleeping bag. Now, I did purchase the Z-Pack down sleeping bag, and it's a really nice bag. When I went out there to do a shakedown hike, and I stayed overnight, and we were, Summer and I, when I say we were in pretty cold temperatures. It was about 30 degrees, 28, 30 degrees, maybe a little bit lower, but it was extremely windy. And that sleeping bag, I did not feel warm enough with it because it did not have a hood, and I could not encapsulate the heat inside the pad very well. So I did stay pretty chilly. So for that reason, I'm going to go and I'm going to start the AT with a sleeping bag that I had already had, and I've used on the AT when I went the last time. It's a synthetic sleeping bag by Big Agnes, Spike Lake 15 degree. I love this sleeping bag a lot. I know it's great. I do really, really like that it has a hood that you can really encapsulate and keep your body heat inside. And with this and this sleeping pad, I'm a lot more comfortable out there. So that is between that the tent, the sleeping bag, and the sleeping pad. Those are the main changes I've made to this. This is a heavier bag, of course. I am gonna sacrifice the weight and take this while it is colder outside. Like I said, after I get through the Smokies and it warms up a little bit, I'm gonna probably switch out my sleeping bag to the down sleeping bag that I've got, especially with this tent and it having more security and closure from the rain and the wind. I feel a lot safer and better having that down bag, because of course when that gets wet, it's kind of useless. But having the security in this tent, I really love that a lot. But I'm going to be taking this sleeping bag to start out with, and I feel a lot better with that. It's worked out in the past. It's worked out on my shakedown hikes. So that's what I'm going to start with. I do tend to sleep cold, so I know I go a little overboard with my sleep system, but you know, better safe than sorry out there. There's nothing like hiking all day in the freezing cold rain and being so cold, chilled to the bone, and just being cold at night. So that's why I overdo it a little bit on my sleep system. I'm aware of that. I'm okay with the weight, I'm bringing my sleeping bag liner as well. So I should be good to go, nice and warm to sleep in at night. So, yep, that's the main stuff I'm bringing. I will be hiking in ultras. I've already broke them in, nice and worn. Thanks to my mother-in-law for these. She got me these for Christmas, and I really appreciate them. These are great shoes. I've used other versions of Lone Peak before. I like it. So this is a 4 point, what brand are you? I think it's like a 4.5, I believe. Lone Peak. I don't know. I don't see where it says that, but I believe it's the 4.5. But I do love these shoes a lot. I love the grip and the wider toe box. It works great for me. So I am changing some of my clothes selection. That was a big change as well that I made. And one of the main reasons I'm changing this is because of the bright colors. I decided, and I was actually having a conversation with somebody about drawing attention and not wanting to draw attention to you. And especially when you're going through some towns and such, road crossings, you don't want to have so many bright colors on. I know going through places when it's hunting season, you do want to have bright colors, but it's not too big of an issue when you're out on the AT. Yes, of course there is hunting season, and yes, you should wear some bright colors during those specific sections where there is hunting. But from what I saw before when I went, that wasn't a huge issue. But I decided to change out some of my clothing to not have so many bright colors with me. So I changed out my jacket. I got this Patagonia rain jacket for $6 on eBay. I love it. It's worked out great. It's a little bit big for me, but it'll work just fine. That'll be my rain jacket. Darn Tough socks. Still got my pee bottle, t-shirt, a lightweight long sleeve shirt. It's exactly this shirt that I'm wearing now. They're super comfortable and lightweight. I do have a Patagonia down jacket, and that will be going with me. And I changed out my hat because this one was a little bit warmer at night. I liked it. Again, I got this one at Goodwill for hardly anything. A lightweight fleece by Columbia, just really warm and soft. To when I get into camp and I get my tent set up, these are the clothes I'll be mainly sleeping in. Let's see here. And my sleep socks, some wool socks to sleep in at night, a sports bra, and my visor. I still have my washcloth to wash my face and cracks and crevices out there, a buff, and underwear. So, and I do have a pair of shorts. I think I'm going to leave these at home until I get through the Smokies, and when I get my sleeping bag, I might grab my shorts, but I don't think I need to bring them initially when I start the AT. So that is my plan. That's what I'll be starting with. That's what I've changed up. Super happy with this pack. Really love this tent so far. I like that I changed up my clothes a little bit to clothes that are less flashy. For safety reasons, I feel that that's a little bit safer, not to be so bright and noticeable. And yep, that's the importance of doing shakedown hikes, to see what is working and what doesn't working, what you prefer and what you don't. I know there's so many variations and ways people can set up their own gear and how they can do it. If you do have the patience, you can get some great deals on gear. If you know exactly what you want, or you want to try some things out and you have the patience to wait for a good deal to come along, I try to do that as much as possible, because I do like to try out different gear to see how it works. This tent here, the duplex, I was attracted to this tent because I wanted the space and I wanted more wind protection than the pocket tarp was giving me. But you know, you live and learn. I didn't know that until I went out there and tried it, so I had to see for myself if that was going to work for me. In the warmer months, I think that would be a fantastic tent, and I do hope to use it then. But initially, while it's really cold and windy, I prefer this one. It's working well. So yep, that's my gear selection. That is my gear change of what I'm doing, and this is what I'll be taking with. I'm going to be leaving pretty soon. I cannot wait to get on that trail again. I know lots of other people are getting excited to do it too, and hope to see you guys all out there soon. All right, have a wonderful day.